Hello friends, I'm Ramesh Panikkar. On behalf of KNA, we are today discussing carbonyl compounds. Alright, in carbonyl compounds, again we will be able to discuss only some important points. Alright, so one is regarding preparation. In preparation, we have oxidation of primary alcohol. Oxidation of primary alcohol. Actually, there is some problem in this reaction. Initially, on oxidation, we get aldehyde RCHO, and the problem with RCHO is in aldehyde group we have say due to this effect we have a partial positive charge over hydrogen. So due to this partial positive charge over hydrogen, this hydrogen can be easily oxidized even by mild oxidizing agents. This hydrogen is easily oxidized to OH group. That means when primary alcohols, 1 degree alcohols are oxidized, it is very difficult to obtain aldehyde. So for this conversion, we have certain reagents, and you must remember this. In this conversion, we have one is one reagent is PCC, that is pyridinium chlorochromate, PCC. All right, pyridinium chlorochromate. This is one reagent, and we have John's reagent. Right, we have John's reagent, and we have MNO. All right, MNO. Again, there is some specific thing about MNO. It oxidizes those OH group into either ketonic group or aldehyde group, which are allylic, all right, which are allylic. Like look at these two cases. This carbon atom is allylic carbon atom because it is bonded to doubly bonded system. So this OH will be oxidized to ketonic group. Similarly, this is again allylic OH group. So this allylic OH group is also oxidized to CHO group. Allylic OH group is also oxidized to aldehyde group. This is the specific nature of MNO. It also oxidizes benzylic OH into CHO group. Like this. There are other reagents like Collins reagent, Saret's reagent, etc. Alright, these oxidizing agents, if used, they oxidize primary alcohol into aldehydic level. It is not further oxidized. Alright, the problem with aldehydic group is in aldehydic group we have CHO group, and over hydrogen of CHO group we have a partial positive charge, so this is easily oxidized to acid even with mild oxidizing agents. So if you want to convert primary alcohol into aldehydic level, you have to use these reagents. Alright, PCC is what mentioned in NCERT. Alright, so at least you must remember about PCC. Then regarding ozonolysis of alkenes or double bond, what happens? See, if we have this kind of alkene, all right, initially On ozonolysis we get ozonide. Ozonide is this product. This is ozonide. Alright, and then this ozonide splits into two compounds. One is this one, that is RCHO, aldehyde, and this is R2CO. We get ketone. Now, if this ozonolysis is carried out in the presence of zinc and H2O, if this ozonolysis is carried out in the presence of zinc and H2O, we get aldehyde and ketone. Alright, the reason is this nascent oxygen immediately combined with H2O to give H2O2, which combined with the Zn to produce ZNO plus H2O. Means this nascent oxygen will not oxidize aldehyde. Alright, whereas if you do not use zinc here, in that case what will happen, this aldehyde ketone will remain ketone, but this aldehyde is further oxidized to acid. Alright, so this you must remember. Okay, similarly if it is an alkyne like this, so on ozonolysis in the presence of zinc and H2O, initially it forms ozonide, but this ozonide is a bit different. This is the ozonide which we get. Alright, and then this bond splits up. Alright, and if it is carried out in the presence of zinc and H2O, this oxygen will not be able to oxidize this product, and we get RCOCHO. Alright, but if you do not use zinc, in that case what will happen, this product is further broken into like OH. This bond is broken, and we get this kind of product, two products. And formic acid, you should be very careful about formic acid. In formic acid we have aldehyde group. In formic acid we have this aldehyde group. So over this hydrogen again we have a partial positive charge, so this hydrogen is again easily oxidized. So whenever we get formic acid, it is further oxidized to H2O plus CO2. Alright, regarding formic acid there is another question. Formic acid is the compound in which we have two functional groups. One is aldehyde group and second is acidic group. So that point is also very important. Alright, and formic acid also has reducing property due to the presence of this aldehyde group. So on ozonolysis, suppose we are given this kind of product, alright, this kind of substrate, and if it is ozonolized in the presence of zinc and H2O, what you have to do, simply break this bond. Alright, break this bond and like put oxygen here, that is it. So this is CH3 CO CH2 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 CHO, like that. If we have more than one bond like this, again you have to break these two bonds and just rub it, and then rub this half of this portion, so you get this thing like this. Alright, like this, and then put oxygen, that is it, you get the product. Alright, this is the product of ozonolysis of alkenes. Alright, so this is important thing. And then we have some reactions which are important, that is Rosenmund reduction. Rosenmund reduction is reduction of COCl into CHO group. COCl into CHO group. We use hydrogenation in the presence of palladium and BaSO4. Palladium and BaSO4. Palladium is the catalyst and BaSO4 is the catalytic poison. BSO4 is the catalytic poison, so this CHO group is not further reduced. Whereas if the same substrate, that is COCl, is reduced by hydrogen in the presence of palladium, means if you do not add BSO4, in that case what will happen, the CHO group is further reduced to CHOH group, that is alcoholic group. Alright, so you should be careful. Along with BSO4, sulfur and quinoline can also be added. Sulfur quinoline can also be added. They are also catalytic poison. They are also catalytic poison. So Rosenmund reduction, COCl can be converted to aldehyde, and we don't have this reaction with ketone, and to prepare ketone from RCOCl, we can use dialkyl cadmium. Dialkyl cadmium. When you use dialkyl cadmium, this cadmium chloride is removed and we get 2 moles of ketone. Similarly, like Rosenmund reduction, we have Stephens reaction. This is also very important. Stephens reaction. In Stephens reaction, RCN is partially reduced by SnCl2 and HCl. You should be careful, it is this reagent, not tin and HCl, because in tin it is in 14th group, and tin has the 14th group members, they show inert pair effect, due to which tin prefers +2 state, not +4 state. So this reaction SnCl2 and HCl, we get less of hydrogen. These two produce SnCl4 plus hydrogen, because it has lesser tendency to get converted to SnCl4. Because of inert pair effect, tin prefers +2 state than +4 state. Here it is +4. Alright. So we get less of hydrogen and it is partially reduced, and we get aldehyde imine. Alright. And then on hydrolysis, we get RCHO. Alright. So this RCN can also be reduced to RCHNH aldehyde by one reagent, that is Dibal H, that is diisobutyl aluminium hydride. Diisobutyl aluminium hydride. This one, diisobutyl aluminium hydride. Alright. And then on hydrolysis we get aldehyde. Similarly, esters RCOOR can also be reduced to aldehyde RCHO using Dibal H. Dibal H, diisobutyl aluminium hydride. Alright, RCOOR, esters can also be reduced to aldehydes using diisobutyl aluminium hydride. Alright. So we will continue